Hey, Fari, it's Joel, Dennis, and Brianna. You are live on the air. How you doing today?
I'm good. You guys didn't call me on regular line. That's okay. No worries.
We
I'm
were
good.
trying the regular line. The regular line seems to, I don't know what's happening there, Furry, but it's just giving us a busy signal.
You're the only one who gets busy signals. I swear. No,
Okay.
other people call me, like marketers call me asking for surveys all day.
Okay.
That's okay. We'll look into them.
Okay.
Next time. For next time.
No
Go ahead,
problem.
shoot.
Fari. Let's start with Google here.
Oh,
Consolidation after a big move up here. A lot of lows in the same area. I mean, big. I mean, it's had a big run up and it hasn't given it back. You see further upside here for Google.
not until the earnings. I think should be dead money until the earnings.
Mm-hmm.
It is a big market component, so I should not. We should not expect it to operate much out of the sink out of the earnings, especially a couple of days later, a couple of weeks later after that big run up. Because, when you get a big run up like that in EPS, you just decouple from the market. Market can drop because of that news. This news has its own future. But look how many days it has been. I believe we went up in the 19th or 20th of July, if I remember it right. 16 actually, then we popped on the 17th. I'm sorry, on the 17th of July, which makes sense. They usually report the third week of the first quarter. And as such, it's if you got a weekly chart, 5 weeks away and edging up slowly after a little pullback the week after the earnings. This kind of a pattern usually becomes more in line with the market now until the earnings. But they did, we all got repriced. Let me put it this way. I bet they got a miss because they usually miss in July. And this was not the earnings at all. This was Miss Ruth Porat showing up, bringing some discipline, adult supervision to a bunch of kids. So when she showed up, boom, we're on up.
Twitter.
I got fried.
Fari, thoughts on Facebook here? Stock
Yeah.
did finally break out over $95 yesterday after putting in three tops, all just under $95. What are your thoughts here on FB? Is this just consolidation for the next move higher? We're going to eventually get triple digits in FB.
I think Trevor would just did this coming. That's just the nature of the beast. But right now, we were getting a very coiled spring here. Look at the Sigma channels; they are off by. The measure, the distance between each Sigma is like $1. Okay, like $1. Very tight. Usually, when this happens, you get another shake is coming, another move is coming. Whether it's to up or down, Sigma channels won't tell you. It just will tell you it's imminent. Which way you need other indicators like CIs or momentum indicators to go the direction. My guess would be it's trying to rotate up from what I look at CI. But Stigma itself says, watch out, I'm going to explode somewhere in here. Because it's still falling down. You remember, you know it better than I do. You've been on the floor. Volatility has its own cycles. And they're more predictable than price cycles. And the best tool for that is something like a Sigma channel, where you can see that price can squeeze and then explode. And you want to be involved, actually, right after that. Because remember, sometimes you do the squeeze for a long time. Some companies, of course, FP is a high tech. But let's say insurance companies, banks, they could be squeezed for months. You don't want to have dead money on your hands. But the moment it breaks, that's the one you want to be on. Because until it peaks, it's a smooth, very clean, and fun ride. Either way, long or short, you know me, I don't care which side. I just want to take a ride.
Fari, I'm going to take you out of your wheelhouse here just for a second here, but I want to talk about general action here in a stock that reports earnings. American Eagle Outfitters which is AEO, reported earnings here this morning. Stock reported pretty good numbers here. Stock beat 17 versus 14 cents on the bottom line. They beat on the revenue as well. It got an initial pop over $19 AEO, and now it's given back all of the gains here, and now the stock is actually trading red 17.65. What are your thoughts when a company comes out with pretty good numbers, gets an initial pop, but then gives all of the gains back and starts trading lower? What are your thoughts on something like that?
Well, it's a function of, I've not touched this company in a long time. I've played in years before. I think it's not typically what I do, or not secular. But typically, you guys go and parse the communique. See what was said in a conference call. Something obviously was boo-booed here. Was there whisper earning too high? Remember, the lot of times you're looking at whisper earning, not the consensus earning. Well, if the whisper earning was too high, that means the stock was pumped up right before, and there's room to give back. Few times, let's say on Google or Apple, has been the reverse, but those are monsters. Yeah, people make a mistake on the whisper earning, and the company becomes so strong, even those guys get wiped out, the shorts get wiped out. But obviously, something wrong here. I don't know. I don't know the stock. I don't follow retail. I don't need.
It had a nice. I mean, one thing to take into account here, low price stock here has had a nice run up, since $15 back in March. So you have to take that into account. Fari, we usually start out with your general market comments here, and I noticed we hit a closing high for the month on Monday at 99.50. Kind of a quiet day yesterday. Given a little bit back here, I mean, here we are, back up at the upper end of the trading range. The lower end seems to be coming down here. I mean, do we finally have that, the mojo to get through here, blast through 2100, blast through 2126 and a quarter?
I think I'm not sure. So here's the issue: seasonality is against us. Usually, we enter a pretty good high volatility area, which is lower prices, in September, and then we recover in October. They sell on Rosh Hashanah and buy on Yom Kippur. Something in that range, a little bit here and there before after. That's a good old saying. It's worked for me. Right now, we were at the inside day yesterday. The pattern tells me we got a little bit downside coming up because we're not really making great strides to make any breakouts. We get into close to 1 sigma when we fail. We haven't hit 2 sigma in a while, by the way. Okay, that is not a sign of strength because you got to measure the market against itself. So we're coming to 1 sigma and retreating. I'm short. I'm market-wise short. My VIX futures spread, which by the way we rolled because we expired. Today's September is lead. Well, we rolled on Friday because we don't want to get caught in there. Rollover math. You guys worked out, you know what that means. So we look at VXF. This is the symbol, VX_F, for September minus January. Usually 4 months apart. It gives you enough juice you can measure it. If you look at that, you'll see it's signaling that what we went through on, was it 20, what was the 12th? I forget what day was the 12th. I guess last Wednesday, that was not a low. That was not a low. It wants to make another low. And that's what we're waiting for. Once you get to that low, I'm going to go full throttle long and go to blast off mode. Why? Because we've been flushing a lot of young in terms of not age, but young in terms of experience, young longs, the weak longs. We've been flushing a lot of those guys out, as shown by other indicators. Remember, no one indicator that tells you everything. By other indicators, that means that there are very few of them left. Once they get flushed out, you're ready to go up. At least chart-wise. So that's what I'm looking at. Also, by what we call the canaries. Our canaries chart, which concentrates on Russell and transportation, is typically it's trying to still. That's where it has done make a new high in at least 6 months, maybe 8 months now. Russell made a new high in late June, but since then the pattern is negative. So it got a little life in it now, but risk is off. So what we need is push it out, completely out, let them all disappointed in risk, and then you buy it. And then they all come back in. Remember, retail buys at top and sells at the bottom.
Fari, what are your thoughts on the airlines? Chris is talking about them. He's watching Delta, JetBlue, LUV. Let's go to the Delta chart first, DAL, because here's a stock that obviously got beat up with the rally in oil and now is rallying with the rally in oil here too. Obviously, these move opposite to oil. What are your thoughts here on the airlines?
I hate the airlines. I'm just I'm like Gecko on that. The unions will kill me. I can't deal with unions, and then the fuel costs will kill me. Now this time, the fuel costs are not there, especially if they're hedged properly. But of course, the unions are always there, especially Look who you got in the White House. So give me a symbol. Let me look at it from just technical standpoint. No emotion.
DAL, Delta.
Delta. Okay. Are you going to ask me about Union and United too?
No union questions.
I got some experience with you there.
Talk technicals. Talk the technicals.
Technical. Okay. Okay. DAL. I like DAL. It's in the channel. +1, +2. That's ideal channel, signal-wise, because it's not going too fast up. It's going steady up, not too fast. So, kind of shoots. It kind of goes overshoots and then comes back down and dies. No. +1, +2. We had it yesterday outside more. Let's see. It has not a new high. New high is 50. New high would be 5109 area. Right now it's trading at 47. So another $4 in there. In terms of weekly, it's still at another sigma to go. I'd say I'd be cautious around 50 half, 50.50. I would be cautious, but it should be a nice glide up. Give me another one. UAL.
Sure.
Okay. Sell the company. No kidding.
I know you don't
Based on
like
experience,
UAL. I know. Yeah, I know.
Pardon me?
You had that bad flight coming back from California, right?
Just that, and also the new one from Washington. Every time there's something else, these guys.
They stranded me in your hometown too, Fari. Once they stranded me in Chicago, and they advised me they couldn't get a plane out for 2 days. They advised me to get a car and drive, and that's what I did. I rented a car and drove. That was United.
You should call me. I will put you up at Union League Presidential Suite. That's what you deserve. You're relaxed.
That was 10 years ago. So
10 years ago. Wow, that's a little bit early. Yeah. No, but they're bouncing off the central line on a monthly. That's pretty decent support. Okay. The last 2 months have been constructive. Prior to that, it was a clear sell. Right now, dailies are and so are weeklies are very tight. This is the case of a signal channel compressing. For this, I would say I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of neutral. DAL I would buy. UAL I would say I would watch it. Probably a breakout is coming. Which way I don't know. But right now it's dead money.
Fari, we got to talk. If we're talking to general market, we got to talk about the biggest stock in the S&P 500, and that's Apple Computer. It has lost its 200-day moving average. Oh, everyone's all worried about that. Earnings report not satisfying the street here. I know you were cautious on this before. Is it time to step in on the long side on Apple?
I want to see a test of central line of 20 of their monthly. That's the 20-month average. That line right now stands at 105.80. It was 105 earlier. Yeah, 105. So let's say 106. By the time we get there, that comes up a little bit higher. But I want to see a test of 106. To me, that's written. It's ordained or preordained. We're going to see 106. I don't know when, but on a monthly basis. But it is working toward it. Now, what is the cause of that? You were going to ask me. Yeah, what's the catalyst? I don't know. Remember, news fits the charts. Not the other way around. We don't make the news. We just know the news is pending. Some shoe is going to fall. Something is going to go wrong there, and we're going to see a 106 print. At 106 print, then I think the dust will settle a little bit, and we have a calmer seas ahead. The daily chart, that's the monthly. The daily chart pattern is negative. The weekly is negative. We are also, if you look carefully on the daily, you would see what we call Linda Raschke, LBR, flag pattern developing. That's ominous. I don't care what company it is. I don't care what size it is. When you get that pattern, as a whole, on the daily chart, lower prices are ahead. That's what I'm seeing. Now, on the Twitter, a lot of people didn't like that. They jumped at me all over the place and said things. And you know what? I'm not running for an office. I print my own money. I don't have to play. I print them on ESNNQ. I say what I want. And I'm very upfront. I have nothing to hide. And I tell them, hey, this is what it is. Here's the chart. Take a look at it. One day you will learn. Like the oil. Remember what happened with the oil? At 96? How many weeks of nasty comments that I got? But look where it's at. Now they're all starting out to taking a number.
Where's the bottom in oil, Fari? Fari, where is the bottom in oil? Because you made the nice call 33. From 96. What, 33?
33. That's the chart. That's chart gap. 33. December 2008. 40 will be long gone. Trust me. We're going to print 40 and lower long. Iran hasn't pumped one barrel under sanctions yet, over the sanctions, because sanctions are still there. What are you talking about? Guys, it will be a different economy in North Dakota, South Dakota. Where's Oklahoma and Texas? It will be, trust me. It's going to be way different. Even in California, we have someone doing it.
One quick question for you. We're moving out of earnings seasons here. I know you like to focus a lot on earnings and plays on that. What did you once we get out of earnings season, do you just go back to the charts and look for your technical setups real quickly? What do you have?
Yeah, we do. What we do is we get our way from the stocks. Okay, that's a good, healthy thing to do. We go to ETFs and do just market timing on ETFs by category. For example, is the timing good for gold, GLD? Is it good for, let's say, like, for example, I would want to be short XOP, so I would buy some put spreads. We would not do a stock. We would not do the outright cash, other than volatility ETFs. I've got two guys who do that. You have to be interviewed, Hughes. I'll have another guy for you guys to interview, Vic Segal, very, very bright, young Indian guy, trades like incredibly volatility stuff, which is fifth class. What is it, fifth class? I'll arrange something for you guys to do with him.
Okay.
Vic,
sounds good.
But here's the thing. We look at, for example, SPX. We look at Qs. Right now, we got Qs on, okay? We got IWMs on. We got IBB on. Again, why? Because you absolutely said it correctly. We're out of earnings season. We and then individual stocks, there's got too much noise in it. Too many people can impact it. I'm not interested to be pushed back and forth, between the news and upgrade, downgrade, some idiot on CNBC. I don't want any of that. I want the push of earnings, which overtakes everybody in a few minutes. I know quickly I'm right or wrong, or I want to be some out of that. I want to look at large ETFs where nobody can finagle it. And the charts will tell you what to do. Simple.
Fari Hamzei, founder of Hamzei Analytics, he joins the show every Wednesday, bringing his wealth of knowledge on aggressive equity options trading and index futures. Thanks a lot, Fari. Pleasure as always.
Always an honor to be with you guys. See you next week.
Okay, sounds good.